close. I'm closing everything on my PC. Guys, before I start playing, surely a lot of you watching this know about Jellyfin. How do you set this fucking shitty fucking software up using Starlink on the same network? Basically, I'm on the same network as the Jellyfin server. I opened this on my Edgy Smart TV, this Jellyfin app, and then it says request timed out, even though I have enabled it in Windows Firewall. I'm basically on the same network. In the web browser of the Smart TV, it doesn't open up either, so it's like so concerning why it doesn't work. I started to think that it only works if both are connected by via Ethernet. That's what I'm starting to think. Anyways, let's start playing this shit. I mean, this excellent game. I actually am enjoying this game, but you know, I have reading comprehensive issues, so it's kind of hard. But yeah, let's go. To get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditated at the archer range till 7 PM. I'm gonna read it out here instead when it's the classic examination. I'm not gonna read it on the classic examination, is what I decided. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed by each other. She seemed her usual self. That's it. Anything else you would like to ask? Wow, that's so epic. That is quite enough. Well done, golden boy. Heh. The final bell rings at 7 PM, at which point the campus is a desolate place. Now you will record the tape recorder. We know the time of the voice recording. It was 7:10 PM, the day before the mock trial. That was the dark hour of this heinous crime. Do you have any proof of that? As its final bell, the school plays a special broadcast when the clock strikes 7. The female voice on the tape appears 10 minutes after the broadcast. The killer waited until the school was empty to spring her devious and deadly trap. Tape recorder. Okay. So when the witness saw the defendant, that would have been... Indeed, it was 5 minutes after the voice was captured on tape in the art room. Ergo, we know that the accused was still in the main building even after the killing. So the time of the murder and the time of when the body was moved? Great, another inconvenient testimony. Miss Sykes, your cross-examination, please. Around the time of the murder. Okay. To get mental. Oh yeah, right. So does anyone know this jellyfin thing? So do you meditate often? Please answer me immediately in the comments. Hey, don't tell me you're going to start pastoring me too. I really need some help with it. What's this supposed to mean? I mean, I just can't set it up. No need to play dumb with me. I just can't set it up, bro. Or do the girls want to know about my private life? What? I will remind the defense this is a court of law, not a pickup spot. It seems Miss Fancypants' lawyer is smitten with the witness. Objection! I'm just trying to establish the witnesses. If you must know, I never go on a day without meditating. Satisfied now, stalker girl? That's it, you would better take that. Whoa there, tiger. You just take a deep breath and relax. I just continue my testimony now, if you don't mind. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw John. Yes, beat the desk. Our client has stated that she went home at 6 PM. You and Prof. Court, they were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? No, wrong. I don't know what she was doing, but Juniper was definitely at school after 7 PM. But I suppose neither side can prove any one way or the other. But if Junior was there, that means she's lying. Truth be told, I only saw her for a briefest of moments. We didn't say much as we passed by each other. She seemed her usual self. This is very sus, sir. So you just walk past a good friend barely saying a word? The final bell had already rung. They get mad when you stand around chatting. Then again, we are not like you people talking endlessly in those annoyingly loud voices. We have supremacy for our race. Annoyingly loud voices? I would like it if you refrained from insulting my partner like that. Normally I would shout objection right about now, but I take this one for the team. Ok, bro. Anyway, I think that's about all I have to say. That's it. Anything else you would like to ask? Yep. Alright, I'll take you up on your kind offer. I expected as much, so go ahead, ask away. Mr. Khan, I want to ask you... why did you stay past the last bell? Why would an honor student like you ignore the last bell? I wouldn't say ignored it, I was simply running a little late. Do you remember exactly how late? You are a stickler for details, lady. But if I had to say, it was maybe about 10-15 minutes. If you think it's that important, I add it to my testimony. I was hoping you would say that. The final bell had rung 10-15 minutes earlier, no biggie. Okay, since that was a audio clue, I think this is what's important here. The tape recorder. What's this bell shit? When does this ring? Hold it? I need more clue. You ignored the last bell for no reason? Shame on you! No, shame on you, pressing me for no reason. Well, people do run late sometimes, like you on the day this case began. It appears we have a culprit in the case of the pot calling the kettle black. At to your honor? At to your honor. Now what? Ask another question? Yeah, did you go to the art room? Did you stop by the art room? Or, as it's now known, the scene of the crime? No, I didn't. Can you prove it? As much as I would like to say I could, I can't. But let me ask you, can you prove that I did? As much as I would like to say I could, I can't. But I will ask, how often do you visit there? Hardly ever, there's no reason for me to be there anyway. There's no reason for you to be there. Is there an echo in here? If something's bothering you, I just add it to my testimony. How considerate, thank you for noticing. Let's add your testimony to the statement to the testimony. Oh, let me add, I never went to the art room, there was no reason for me to be there. Really. You O'Connor met with you about the report that about need to speak with you O'Connor routine report prep for mock trial met with Mr. Wright about mock trial begins met with you about the report that report yesterday important. Oh my god, this guy is really making me Eventually we figure it out. You had no reason to be in the art room, really. The lawyer course I'm in is supervised by Prof. Means. Plus, I'm not a member of Prof. Cortez art club, so why would I even go there? What about art class? Nice try, but seniors don't take art class. Alright, then let me ask you. Wait, I just remembered something important. You did? I scored only 100% on all the art tests I took through junior year. That's it. Amazing. Right, always happy to indulge in some ego stroking. Anyway, what to ask next? No further questions. Actually, never mind. I've got all the info I need. My, don't we seem confident? That's it. Anything else you would like to ask? Oh, let me add, I never went to the art room. There was no reason for me to be there. You didn't say much as we passed by. I meditated at the archer range till 7 p.m. That's nice. So we didn't say much as we passed by each other. Wow, is that confidence and composure that comes from being a genius? But then it doesn't matter who's on the stand, our job is still the same. Sure, but if Junie was really still at school after 6 p.m. I didn't spot any inconsistencies in Yu's testimony either. What am I supposed to do now? The thing is, there's this thing here where 7:10 p.m. Recording in the art room is 7:10 p.m. on the 23rd. So if he says that he met... Okay. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, he meditated. At around 7:15 I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. So wait a second. Recorded in the art room is 7:10 on the 23rd. What do they say about this? No, wrong. It's a 7 p.m. Yes, I expected as much. Why did you stay past the last bell? That's what I need to ask here. The final bell had rung 50 minutes earlier, no biggie. Did I try? This is... Members of the court, please. Bro, what is the inconsistency here? This is so stupid. There's nothing here that contradicts anything. 10-15 minutes earlier. Now what? What about the profiles? How did you prep? Okay, maybe. Please tell the court what you were doing on October 23rd, the day before the mock trial. Heh, that's an easy one, nothing in particular. Nothing at all? You didn't help with the preparations? Heh, you don't get it, do ya? I was merely playing the role assigned to me. I left the preparations and the like to others. My job was to be mentally prepared. Junie put her heart and soul into getting things ready, while he just sat on his behind? Just to reiterate, I spent most of the 23rd meditating at the archery range. I don't talk to anyone until the school closed at 7 PM. I suppose a few archery club members did come and go while I was there. But you didn't talk to anyone? Not a single soul. That's right, I didn't say a word to anyone till the final bell at 7 PM. I see. This is crucial information, please add it to your testimony. I don't know if you're bluffing, but if you are, you have a pretty good poker face. I didn't talk to anyone until the final bell. I had been meditating alone at the archery range. This is where... Yeah. 23rd, meet with you about that report yesterday. Important. Ha, got you, motherfucker. So you didn't talk to anybody on October 23rd, are you sure about that? Heh, I already told you, my word is as good as gold. Okay, then how do you explain this? And don't spare any details. So, never seen that before. This is the victim's planner. She recorded all her plans in great detail. Take a look at this page here. It reads 23rd, meet with you and important. Don't you find that interesting? What? Where'd you get that? The keyword here is important. You say you were at the archery range all day. But you also said a few students came and went while you were there. That doesn't sound like a great place for an important talk. But the entire campus was buzzing with activity before the mock trial. Where could they have possibly had a private conversation? I've thought about that too, but the situation changes after the last bell. What's this now? The witness stayed after the last bell. In order to have a private talk with the victim, am I right, Mr. O'Connor? This is insane. Objection. Must we go through this yet again? I suppose you also have no evidence as usual. No, I don't have any direct evidence. However, the witness was meditating until after the last bell. I've been really coughing lately, and he attempted to conceal his private meeting with the victim. First Robin, now me. Who are you going to accuse next? You are just another unscrupulous attorney looking to get ahead. Don't let him get to you, he's definitely hiding something. I mean, he was supposed to meet with the victim around the estimated time of death. I had my suspicions about Robin, but... you seems just as guilty. These three are the only possible suspects after all. Mr. O'Connor, answer me this. Did you meet with Prof. Corte that day? Sorry, Mr. Jailbird Prosecutor. I didn't mean to steal your thunder, but I have something to say. If it will save me some trouble, then by all means, speak away. If you would recall, Miss Sykes, the voice on the tape recorder was female. Knowing that, I would like you to explain how I could possibly be a suspect. Oh, he has a point. Unless you're a girl too. Impressive. Golden Boy here does shine gold indeed. Care to take the reins? You're more than capable of prosecuting this case. Sorry, but I'm studying to be a lawyer. What a pity. To think such genius is to be wasted on mere lawyering. At last, your moment is here, Sykes Dono. Time to refute Golden Boy's statement. And prove that you're the young prodigy worthy of the badge of your level. Could he lay any more pressure on? The voice is unmistakably female, so there's no point in arguing about that. Yeah, you're right. In which case, to whom does the voice on the tape really belong to? Well, it's the witness, the victim. The voice on the tape belongs to the victim. That's the only thing that makes sense. Objection! Are you mad? The voice on the recording says you're a goner. That is something a murderer shouts at their victim, not the other way around. Yeah, that is a problem. You're a goner. You're a goner. You're a goner. Athena? You're a goner. You're a goner. Hugh O'Connor. Or Hugh O'Connor. Hugh O'Connor? Wait a second. Oh, Athena, you're scaring me. You're scared and terrified for even coming up with this. With what? Prosecutor Blackwell, you wanted to know if I am worthy of my badge. Well, I'm about to show you why. Thus, despite my age, I am able to proudly wear this at all. Oh, then can I take it you won't be changing your argument? Still, it stands that it's a bit odd for the victim to be the one yelling, "You're a goner." I agree if that's what the victim was saying, but it's not. I assume you have something to back up your assertion, Miss Sykes. Not exactly, but you don't have to add fuel to his fire, Your Honor. If it is indeed Prof. Corte's voice on the tape, then she was shouting because she was being threatened by O'Connor. Your goner was a threat to the witness shouted at the victim. Wait. As has been mentioned countless times, the voice in the recording is female. How the devil do you reckon it belongs to the witness? Oh, right, hehe, I'm confused. How could you be confused about that? So without further ado, a penalty. Wait, am I, like, okay, what? You're a goner. You're a goner. You O'Connor. Voice, then she was shouting because she was threatening O'Connor? Scolding? Threatening. Scolding? Was a threat directed at the witness? And what possible reason would she have to do that? Oh well, she was at that rebellious age, you know how students can be. The victim was neither a student nor at the rebellious age, she was a professor. Okay, I mean, the mental gymnastics for this thing. Oh, what could she have possibly been doing? And it's like, okay. Scolding O'Connor, but why would she scold? You're a gunner. What scolding is that? I would like to call one basic fact into question. Is that shout on the tape really saying you're a gunner? What are you up to now, Athena? Prof. Cortez' planner says she was supposed to meet with the witness for an important talk. Perhaps our witness, despite being a genius, had done something wrong, and this made Prof. Cortez get angry with him during their private meeting. I don't see how this changes what we heard on the tape. Well, if you want to see how it changes things, then let's try a little experiment. Your Honor, I want you to yell at the witness as if you're mad at him. But, and this is important, use his full name. Okay, let's see, I'm Hugh O'Connor. What did I do to deserve that? Yes, like that, now try again, but faster. Hugh O'Connor. Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor? Wait a second. No, this can be... No. Wait. No. You think I would spend the energy to lead you this far if it wasn't true? Oh, but it is, Your Honor. Humans are not perfect, that's scientific fact. We sometimes mistake shadows for monsters or the wind for voices. Now that you mention it, we can do this, Athena. Just give the old guy one more little push. The voice on the tape recorder never was a Hugh or a Gunner. That's only what we thought we heard, when in fact it was the witness getting yelled at. The court will not note that this is different from the selective hearing men are so good at. I think you're right, but what was that last part again? Never mind, the important thing is that the voice that was recorded isn't our client's. And since it was the victim scoring the witness, he must now join the list of suspects. I had thought that testimony would suffice, but it seems it has come to this. I will not allow such fallacious quibbles to append this case. The prosecution has one final piece of evidence to present to the court. Evidence? What's he going to pull out now? Feast your eyes on this photo and let me see that insolent look vanish from within them. Let's see here. Oh, it's a picture of the defendant and the victim. The photograph shows professor and student preparing for the mock trial together. Wait, was this taken in the art room, the room where the murder occurred? Indeed it was, but the revelations do not end there. Do you see the clock on the wall? It reads 7:05, a mere 5 minutes before the voice was recorded on the tape. The accused brutally stabbed the victim to death 5 minutes after this photo was taken. What? School cover, okay. The clock doesn't prove anything here. Are they not gonna like immediately refute this? I mean, I know it's a video game, but like, this could have been taken on October 22nd, no? Those, I mean, yeah, who took the photo is the culprit here, I think. It seems the defendant's culpability in this crime is quite obvious. Jury was with Prof. Cortez just 5 minutes before she was murdered? What now? Nothing I can say can change that fact. I understand now. You can believe in your client always, but try as you might. Such misplaced faith will inevitably be cut down before the cruel, steely blade of truth. NGAAH. Listen, Missy. The person you would like to save more than anyone else in the world. I would be willing to wager that your defense isn't what they desire. But I became a lawyer so I could. You still fail to understand. After so much pain and defeat, the courts are not the play yards of little children dressed as lawyers. So before you break your back in failure, run along home and grow up. Damn. If he thinks I'm giving up now, he's got another thing coming. I have to find my inner strength if I ever have to hope to save him. Him? What? But I can't think of any way to strike back. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. That's impossible. How could I smile under these circumstances even if I forced it? This is better than bad. Who knew Blackwell had that one waiting in the wings? Why didn't that twisted samurai just present it at the beginning? Wait, maybe this was his real plan? Was he just trying to show me how weak and powerless I am? Maybe he's right, because I really haven't got a clue. Who's the real killer? Who murdered Prof. Constance Corte? Robbie Newman, a girl who had been forced to live a lie as a guy? You O'Connor? Or was it you O'Connor, the horror student who had met with Prof. Corte? There seems to be little reason to debate the defendant's guilt on any longer. The time for a verdict has come. No, that's not gonna happen, man. What's the meaning of this? You can't interrupt the judge about to hand down a... Tee-hee-hee. Maybe, but false verdicts are a no-no. What? Miss Newman, please explain yourself. Juniper's not the killer. I know because I know who the real killer is. You do? You know who the real killer is. What is she up to now? Yup, I know because the real killer is... M-E. What? Was? It was me, I did it alone, just me. I don't get it. Why is she confessing? Miss Newman was witnessed near the stage. There's even a related photo of her. The more I think about it, the more suspicious she seems. Robbie Newman isn't the kind of guy who pins the blame on friends. So now you're a guy. Just so he can walk free. Get it over with, declare me guilty already. This is so funny. Juniper. Please, wait. Juniper, what are you doing? Thank you for all you have done, Tina, but you have to forgive me. I can't let my friends take the blame any longer. Junie, no. Don't do it. Hugh and Robin have done nothing wrong. They have absolutely no connection to this case. The real killer is me. I alone am responsible for the entire crime. Junie, you know that's not true. Hurry up and retract your statement. I'm afraid it is true. Forgive me, Tina. Order. Will somebody please explain what's going on here? I see right through your cheap ploy. School rules state that the prior conviction terminates one's eligibility to graduate. A guilty verdict here would make whatever dreams of one had to go up in a puff of smoke. Oh, I wasn't aware. Even meek little mice will fight when cornered, a pitiful spectacle I might add. These vermin are trying to protect each other now that they have nowhere else to run. Protect each other, wait. So was Robin just trying to protect Johnny too? If so, then the real killer is... This is so fucking weird. Hell yeah, it's me actually. This whole thing's a joke. Uh-oh, nice you, Stir. It was me actually. What is wrong with these kids these days? I know what just crossed your mind, Miss Sykes. You think I'm the killer, don't you? Wow, he really is a genius. He even knows what you're thinking. I think it's about time I told you the truth. And I even get right to the point. It was me, I did. This is genius. It was me, I did it. Wait, this might as well be a Jacket Series case. Like, what the fuck? Now both potential suspects are claiming to be the real killer. I'm so confused right now. If you still have doubts, how about I detail my murder plot? It's absolute genius. Enough of this nonsense. This is a court of law, not the set of some high school drama. I see I have no choice. I'm afraid I have to... Hoy! Wait, your boldness. I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm in no position to hand down a verdict just yet. I am hoping that the defense and prosecution can come up with some airtight evidence. That is why I'm giving you both the rest of the day to continue investigating this case. Pinch me. I think I'm dreaming. Fine. Do as you wish. This brings today's proceedings to a close. Sorry for the burping. Court is adjourned. This was some genius level of writing. It was me! No, it was me. No, it actually was me. This is genius. October 25, Wright Anything Agency. Sorry, boss. I couldn't do it. You know, that little bit of advice you gave me? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles? I don't know exactly what you meant, but there was no way I could force a smile in that courtroom today. I'm just glad you remember that, but now how about relaxing a little? Relax? Not gonna happen. Junie, she asked me to defend her because she believes in me, but I felt completely helpless. If it weren't for their confessions, I would... But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you have worked so hard to gain? Well, I just have to make sure that doesn't happen, then won't I? I can't lose it all, not now. You okay, Athena? You're turning kind of pale. I can't just stand around here, I'm going to finish the investigation. Can't it wait? I just took a batch of freshly baked cookies out of my magic panties. Thanks, but I would better get going. Save me one for when I get back. Apollo, you wait here. I need to see Junie at the detention center first right away. No, wait. I'm going with you. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I would better go too. No problem. You two be careful. Okay. Detention center. Visitors room. There's so much I need to ask Junie. Oh, I don't know if it formats it. I shouldn't try it. What happened in a court today? Where we go from here? Oh, well now, fancy meeting you here. Oh, Prof Means, what brings you here? I asked him to come, he arrived just a little before you. I wanted to ask him something, but first, Athena, I want to apologize for my sudden confession after you worked so hard to defend me. She was calling me Tina until just now. No, I should be the one apologizing. The whole thing spiraled out of my control. Athena, don't worry, I really bring it tomorrow. I find something to prove your innocence. About that. Athena, I've been thinking of asking Prof Means to defend me. Huh? I myself only just heard of this a moment ago. Oh, so she thinks Prof Means would be... No! I can't let this happen, not with the way he wants to do things. Enough, obviously. Also because we didn't animate Prof Means courtroom sprites, so he cannot be the defense attorney. Actually, I know Athena, but will you please hear me out? Here's my badge. That's your attorney's badge? Damn, that's your badge. Why change lawyers? Athena, do you actually think you or Robin could have committed this crime? The body was moved right before the mock trial. Besides Junie, they are the only ones who could move freely around the campus at that time. I'm sorry, Junie, but at this point I can't rule them out. I was afraid you would say that. Juniper is seeking a lawyer who can clear all 3 of their names. Only I am capable of such feat. But how can you possibly prove that all 3 of them are innocent? I am a result-oriented person. Okay. Code Geass as Code Geass as fucking background. Isn't this the background that was used when the pawn was placed, or the king? Code Geass King Chess. The word belongs to me. I can't find an image. I won't be able to find an image. I would just have to type in Code Geass speech. Speech. Let's go. Speech. Obey me word. Attention, entire world. Obey me word. Yeah. Code Geass. And then, yeah, the flail is mine. Yeah, exact same shit, bro. Obey me subjects, obey me word. How do you hide your... Okay, I managed to hide everything. I don't want you guys to see my recommendations, because it's unhinged. Yeah, obey me subjects. Obey me word. Anyways, that's all I wanted to show. I am a result-oriented person. Come tomorrow, I won't fail to have the perfect piece of evidence ready. For the end really does justify the means, especially for me, Prof. Aristotle means. Oh, I really don't like the sound of that. I'm sorry, but just as you believe I'm innocent, I believe that my friends are innocent too. I really hate this Junie character. She was already in 2 cases as a defendant and she was annoying in both of them. Alright, if that's how you really feel, we respect your decision. Apollo, what the fuck? But we want to continue our investigation. Could we ask you some more questions? Sure, I don't mind. Prof means would you like to stay and join our conversation? Yes, of course, but I am your lawyer after all. There's that smile again. Why does it always creep me out? Okay, why did you confess? About your confession, Junie, it's not true, is it? You just said what you did because Robin had confessed on the stand, didn't you? Yes, I wasn't thinking straight. All I knew was I had to help my friend. You mean because of the school rule? Eligibility. Such a hard word. The one that says you can't graduate if you are convicted of a crime. No, I didn't do it because of some rule. I did it because she's my friend. She's literally me because she's coughing. Why is there a discord in her voice again? Could it really be that the friendship between the 3 of them is on the rocks? There's more here than meets the eye. The trio's friendship. When did you 3 first become friends? Well, even though we were in different courses, we really bonded from the first day at school. We vowed to work together to bring an end to the dark age of the law. That was when our proof of our friendship came about. There's the proof of friendship thing again. I just wish this were as simple as that. We even have proof of our friendship. Yeah! As long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. And the situation kind of changed recently, when the school's policy shifted to training legal professionals who produce results. Allow me to explain. In the lawyer course I teach, producing results means winning trials. Prof. Corti, on the other hand, thought that finding the truth was the only valid result. Unfortunately, that clash of ideas created a rift among our students. I already know who the killer is, bruh. At some point, we stopped talking about it, bruh. Well, it meant fewer arguments, bruh. It meant we couldn't be as frank and open with each other as we used to be. I think I understand now. By putting their friendship on a pedestal, they actually did more harm than good. It seems the relationship between the three of them isn't as simple as I thought. Juniper, thank you for talking to us about this difficult subject. Yeah, thanks, Junie. Now, if you could tell us about the day of the murder. If you could please stop lying and remove the discord in your voice. Junie, you told us yesterday that you went home a little after 6 PM. Was that a lie? I'm sorry I didn't tell you this before, but what actually happened was I left the art room a little after 6 PM and headed over to the dressing room where I wore my stage costume until 7. That's it? You didn't go anywhere else? No, nowhere else. If that really were it, then there wouldn't be no reason to lie in the first place. She's gotta be hiding something else. Junie, do you remember this picture? Yes, this was taken on October 22nd. Yes, but there's something wrong here. Wrong? What's wrong? I took this picture at around 6, which was before I had left the art room. But the clock here says it's just after 7. By 7, I would already be working in my dressing room for some time. So there's definitely something wrong with the time in this picture. I guess we would better go check the art room. Okay, just one last question about the day of the murder. On the evening before the mock trial, the evening of the murder, you ran into you. Yes, I did. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed by. She suddenly went silent. She always was terrible at hiding things. Was she trying to keep their meeting a secret by lying about going home at 6? Alright, I won't press the matter any further. Is there anything else you noticed on the night of the murder? Well, I don't know if this will help, but that evening I went back to my dressing room to get something I had forgotten there. It was well after the last bell rang. I would say maybe around 8:30? Around 8:30, that's over an hour after the crime supposedly took place. That's when I noticed that both stage statues were finished. They were quite large and they were each covered with white sheet, but I could tell. It made me happy to think that after all that hard work they were finally finished. Alright, the statues that Robbie made, so they were covered in white sheets? Junie, are you okay? Sorry, I'm a little tired, that's all. I don't know, I think this meeting is over. Prof means? I will use any means possible to get the result I want in Juniper's case, but I will require considerable preparation, so I must be off. Junie and Prof means I have a proposal. A proposal? Wait, this isn't another one of your... By sundown today. Yes? I, Otana Sykes, along with Apollo Justice. Wait a second, don't drag my name into... We are going to discover the truth behind this murder mystery. What? And we are going to bring your solid evidence showing just what the truth is. I see. So, it has come to this, has it? If we succeed in doing that, I want you to promise that you will accept it, Junie, no matter how hard it is to hear. Then you shouldn't need anyone else to defend you except me. Have we got a deal? I trust that's okay with you too, Prof means. I have no objections as long as Juniper is satisfied with this arrangement. He's not smiling. Okay, but only if it's the real truth. I'm sorry to put you through this, Tina, but thank you. I've been thinking only of myself this what time. Junie, it's way too early to thank me. But you can thank me all you want once I get to the bottom of this. Very well, I will see you back here at sundown. Sorry for all the trouble, Professor. It's just she's new to the agency, so... Don't be silly. I find it rather thrilling. Now let us meet here again later. If you'll excuse me, I will better go. Okay, see you later. This game is funny. But if this trial proceeds in the same manner, yeah, you said that, bro. You said that many times already. It's... Unless we get introduced to a new participant or character, I think I can say confidently that it is Professor Means who's the killer, you know? I've got an investigation to do. I will find the truth by sundown no matter what. Sup, man? Any ideas? I have no clue where to look. Only the 3 mock trial participants could have moved the body before it started. That's why the killer must be robbing you or Juniper. Right, and that means at least one of them is lying. To make matters worse, I have a feeling each of them is hiding some sort of secret. Well, we'll have to bring it all to light. I'm not looking forward to it, but it has to be done. Okay. Today's trial focused on the day of the crime and the actions of those involved. Yeah, like when the voice was recorded and we went to the art room and when... If we analyze the info we have, we should be able to ID the killer. There's no lead in these lags. I've been training for a day like this. Okay, on my mark, ready, set. No running for me. I'm done trying to keep up with you. Dude, he's so fucking angry. More damaging evidence. Juniper's case seems to have no lack of that. We still have time to turn this whole case upside down, but it will require some legwork. You're right, let's give it our best shot. That's the spirit. We stand with the wind spirits. 200 yards, 10 times ready to go? No wait, wouldn't our time be better spent investigating the case? No, bro. Maintenance area, let's go to the maintenance area. Okay, I guess I lied. We shouldn't go to the maintenance area. Outdoor stage. Anything here? October 25, Team is Legal Academy. Outdoor stage. Ah! No! This fucker again. Miriam, is it my imagination or did something just move? Afternoon, you two. Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? Don't you think sneaking onto campus like this is just slightly suspicious? I have, you know, I'm continuing my investigation in the strictest of confidence. I don't want to be caught napping again on tomorrow's trial. And that means a thorough investigation today. Think you can lend us a hand? I'm not one to refuse a damsel in distress, but you needn't have asked, Fraulein. I had intended to have from the start. You're the best prosecutor, Gavin. Okay, time for the thorough investigation. I bet we missed a lot of stuff yesterday. Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you? That's right, but I hadn't seen the stage until yesterday. That backdrop with the starry sky and the big crescent moon isn't half bad. We also had some tricks up our sleeve to make the concert really rock. Pyrotechnics, a fog machine, big banners, things like that. It would have looked like this. Oh, the plans from yesterday. What's the design on the banner there in the back? I know the scales are the school emblem, but what's with the number 6? Looks like it's in serious pain or something. A number 6 with extra dip. I fucking hate San Andreas so much. Athena, Ixnay on the X Hey? What is he saying? That's the Gaviner's logo, Fraulein. Oh, a nice big Latin hair forehead. Really smooth. Oh, I meant it looks like the number 6, rocking seriously hard. 9, Fraulein, is a G for Gaviners, not a 6. But whatever floats your boat, pretty boat. So where is the banner? I don't see it anywhere on stage. It was an important part of the show, but the school managed to misplace it somehow. It's a pity. We had it specially made from... I thought it said specifically. We had it specially made from heavyweight, high-grade cloth. Oh, okay. A missing banner and 2 broken statues. There are mysteries plenty to be solved, yeah? Come to think of it, one of the broken statues was of Prosecutor Gavin. Beefy Prosecutor Gavin? As you can see here in the stage plans, right here we have the statue of me. And right here have Wright's statue. But little does that matter now, as we both lie in pieces thanks to you, hair forehead. What did I ever do to you? Actually, the statue broke into rather large pieces. Why don't we try to put it back together? Maybe we'll learn something new. Picking up the pieces of a shattered rock star. Achtung, that's one uber cool idea. There might even be a song in there somewhere. Yay, let's do this, schnell. Is this an investigation, or am I interrupting a German language club social event? Okay, let's get on with the investigation. What is that thing? Examine that immediately. Wait, you don't think this weird box here is... Hands off. I knew it. I would know that voice anywhere. Let's just ignore it. I mean, it made its wishes loud and clear. So this is the future cardboard box technology has afforded us, huh? I'm pretty sure Bin Laden used this shit as well in the Middle East. He just got into a cardboard box in the middle of the desert, and he was able to evade the SEAL Team 6. For 10 years, that's possible. So you can examine this, or like, what is... The winner of the mock trial was to take training seminar right here. You mean you or Robin? Yeah, besides Juni, they are the only ones who could move freely around the campus. Before the mock trial, that means one of them must be the killer. But that's not really enough to go on, is it? We need to talk to Juniper one more time and persuade her to give us a name. Right, and that means we have to find irrefutable evidence before the day ends. There's no time to lose, but we can't rush it either. Efficiency is the key. Oh yeah, right, you can do this shit. How about we pick up the pieces, bre? Okay. Yeah, it said white cloth, examine this. It's a copy of the school paper with the story about the alleged love triangle. I wonder if people really waste their time reading this stuff. It's more popular than you think. What was that? I thought I heard something just now. You are just hearing things. It was nothing more than your ears playing tricks on you. Nice. Found one. A piece of Prosecutor Gavin's shattered pride. Are you saying my pride is as fragile as a plaster of Paris? It looks like there are other large pieces scattered about. Or around, I don't know. Okay, let's find what we can. White fragment. Okay. I found a white fragment. Oh no, Prosecutor Gavin, you are a complete wreck. Literally. Why in the world would someone do something like this? I don't know, but whoever did it must have felt an amazing sense of release. Can I take it that as a confession, hair forehead? What? No. I feel bad for Robin. She worked so hard on these. Let's pick up the pieces for her. You got it. Let's check every corner of the stage then, yeah. Ooh, guys, I'm really sorry. Like, at this point, I'm not even doing this as a joke, but it just comes out, I guess. I'm clicking on examine. Found another piece of the statue. But there should still be more. Let's leave no stone unturned. Purple fragment. Okay. Should be more, it says. What is that? Found another piece of the statue. But there should still be more. Let's leave no stone unturned. Ooh, this is weird as fuck, bro. This is kinda weird. Why is this highlighted? Let's examine. There's even a prosecutor's bench here on the stage. The memory scrolling. As a former rock star and prosecutor, prosecutor's bench has taught me so much about human emotions, passion and fight. I can picture it now, you with your silverish singing voice and Apollo's sweating bullets. Hey, how about picturing me winning once in a while? XD. Some banter, XD, some banter. This stupid box, bro. Oh! Nice. I thought it's just gonna say something about the judge bench. Or the judge stand, I guess. Found another piece of the statue, but there should still be more. Let's leave no stone unturned. Okay. How is there more? Huh? Or do they mean these? The other statue Robbie made is being smashed to bits. If there were some larger pieces, we might be able to put this one back together too. Yeah, but all I see is itty bitty ones. I wonder what Mr. Wright would think. If he knew what we put Prosecutor Gavin's statue back together but left his like this. We could always come back to it after the case is solved. I help you fix it. Oh, so we're just not gonna do that. We just don't give a fuck, I guess. Okay. Am I missing something or like what's going on? What the fuck? Examine? I don't know. This is fine for a rock concert, but the nighttime sky as a backdrop for a courtroom? Personally, I think it's breathtaking. I mean, speaking the truth under a starry sky, don't you think it's romantic, Fraulein? And the warning crescent moon represents the maximum 3-day trial cycle. 3-day trials? Trials outdoors? No thanks. If it starts raining, my hair will be ruined. My hair will be ruined. Okay, I mean... yeah, I think I need to return now here. Oh, okay. Found it. It's there. This looks like another piece of the statue. Thanks, Apollo. This makes 5 pieces in all. I think we have all we are going to find. Okay, let's get back to where Prosecutor Gavin was shattered. I think you might want to revert that. In the court record. Well, I don't see any other big pieces lying around. Yeah, let's see if we can put this statue back together. Alright, Apollo, you come over here and prosecute the cabin if you could hold this. Interesting. By Sunday we are supposed to find out what the killer is, and this is what we are doing. Maybe this is important. Wow, we did it. Not bad, if I do say so myself. Yeah, but don't you think it's strange? We put the statue back together, but look. What's it all these leftover white pieces? These two look like they go together. And these pieces too. Amatana, what do you think you're doing? Don't stop me now. The artist inside me wants to get out and have a good time. I wonder what's happening. So, what is it? Oh, it's the goddess of law holding a pair of scales in one hand and the sword in the other. That's quite the feat you put off there, Fraulein. I love the feeling you get after you work really hard on something. No, I knew who it was. I meant to ask what it's doing here. Not sure, there's no statue like this in the stage plans. Still, I could swear I've seen this statue somewhere before. Lady Justice. The more we learn, the deeper the rabbit hole goes. At least we are moving in the right direction. Let's keep searching the stage for clues. I've been wondering about something this whole time. You know that pole at the edge of the stage? You mean this? It has a wire that goes off and connects to something somewhere. This wire is for hanging banners over the stage. One of the policemen who was here earlier was checking how it worked. So that's why the banner looks like it's out of place. The banners are hung and removed from the art room over there. Oh, the art room. That's the art room over there? As in the scene of the crime? Bingo, Fraulein. It's still crawling with cops though. Hey, anyone in the art room? Oh, it's you people! Ho ho ho! In justice we trust. Oh, it's Detective Fulbright. In justice we trust. Is that some kind of a greeting between you two? Detective Fulbright, can you lower the banner from there? Of course, just leave it to me. That's crazy, they animated you like that. How's that? Huff puff. Woo. Thanks, detective. In justice we trust. Always glad to help. In justice we trust. So, is that some kind of greeting between you two or not? Well, looks like the banner's down. Let's go take a look. Oh, how was her body? How was her body hanged? Wasn't her body hanged? Why isn't there a photo of that shit? Dude, there's... Oh my god, you're kidding me. There's no photo of that? Blood lost due to a stab wound to the side of the body marks indicate wrist may have been bound. Okay, that's all I needed to... That's all I needed to know. No. Examine. Look at this banner. I don't think it would flap very well in the wind. Unflappable banner. Hey, I like that. It goes perfect with the unflappable lawyers and unflappable rockers. Oops. Okay, I mean, I guess I save. It's not what I wanted. It's like it was made for this very stage. Look at this, the bottom part is all knotted up. Let me try and unravel it. Jeez, did you really have to? You don't come across an unflappable banner every day. I don't know, there are some things that have to yield to forces beyond themselves. What a cruel world we live in. Hey, a scrap of paper was caught up inside. It's blowing away. I got it. Yes, great catch, huh? October U120. Looks like some kind of note. What does it say? October U120. What's this supposed to mean? The test score may be pretty impressive when you consider that 100 is a perfect score. I don't see how even... Yeah, it doesn't make sense if you rotate it. I don't see how even you can get beyond perfect. Perfect cell. Frolin, shall we inspect the banner again now that it has been unraveled? Didn't we inspect the fucking banner? This is the emblem that Juni's school uniform. That's on Juni's school uniform. Hey, you're right. Wait a sec. It's hard to see against the red material, but look. There's dark red stain here, just under the emblem. This banner was on the wire connected to the art room, right? And the art room is where the murder occurred. So are you thinking what I'm thinking? This stain might be from the victim's blood. Large banner that was hung. So, what about Lady Justice? This statue doesn't look anything like you or Mr. Wright. The goddess bearing scales and the sword. She's a symbol of fairness and strength, but she and her symbols were shattered along with the statues of you and Mr. Wright. This is a direct challenge to the rule of law. Well, if they want to fight, they've got one. Oh, take it down a notch, Tiger. Let's save the fighting for when we find out our culprit. That was a whole lot of poking around in such a short time, and that Miriam is still hiding in the card box. Does that mean you're satisfied? Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to check out. See that metal fence back there? That's just that one segment, so it seems out of place. It looks like they were in the process of removing them after the stage was set up, but they were never able to finish on account of the murder. You should take a look if you think it could be important. This track looks man-made. Hey, you're right, and it looks like it starts from behind the backdrop. Maybe a big, muddy pro wrestler was hiding back there. Well, that was totally random, but we'll never know until we take a look. Looks like something was being dragged through here. And this is where it started. Yeah, but whatever it was, it's long gone. Must have been pretty heavy. Perhaps it was used in setting up the school festival? Oh, then I guess it wasn't a pro wrestler. Still, this could be something important. Well, that's about it for the stage. Right, I think we better search the art room next. I think I hang around here for a while, but make sure to tell me once you find it, yeah? Find what? What else? The Governor's banner that disappeared from the stage. You never know, it might be connected to the case at hand. Really? Or does he just want his banner back? Don't tell me. So in short, that's... Hey. That box! It just took off running. I have a pretty good idea who that is, as I suspect you do too. Come on, we can't afford to have any weird articles written about us. The maintenance area over there in that direction after the box. October 25, maintenance area team is Legal Academy. Miriam, you're liable to get tossed in the garbage truck if you hang around here. I'm just an empty box, and that's what you do with them, you throw them away. Crime cleaner. She has a new one. Hey, did you change boxes? I like the new look. What does it matter anymore? I was a complete failure in court today. My work, my pride, my dreams. Everything I worked so hard for, gone. Sorry, Miss Carter, but what? Doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you a failure as a reporter? A failure as a reporter? Come to think of it, calling her a failure as a reporter might have been a bit extreme. Squad me, despise me, pack me away where I never see the light of day. I've been cast aside to waste away into a big pile of mushy paper mache. I kind of feel responsible for this, but now's our chance to prod her for information while she's vulnerable. I bet that's what you were just thinking. What kind of person do you think I am? He read me like a book. Hey, how'd you like my Attorney's badge? Okay, it's not funny anymore. I'm not gonna keep presenting it. That was you on the stage earlier, wasn't it? Why did you run off like that? Take a look at this. Why are you showing me a burnt up Odrag? Wait, it's really hard to see, but I think that's the Gaviner's logo there. So, is this the banner that disappeared? It's all burned up. Don't look at me, I just happened to find it in the incinerator. Incinerator? Did Blackwell actually make good on his threat to burn her box? We should probably try to find out whether someone tried to destroy this on purpose. Yeah, this banner is sounding less and less unrelated to our case, Apollo. Miriam, I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have said you were a failure as a reporter. Too late, I already decided journalism isn't for me. The last step is to erase all of the photos on my PC. I'm really going to do it. Here goes 5%, 10%. 4 years of my life down the drain. Shouldn't we stop her, Athena? Does she have a PC in the cardboard box? Miriam, you should keep publishing your paper. I didn't mean what I said, okay? You didn't mean it? Oh, no, my photo stop! Cancel, abort! Did you stop it in time? Deletion progress 99% complete. There are only 2 pictures left. What are you going to do now, Athena? You wait her to make this right. I know. Don't worry, Miriam. Your photos may be gone, but the memory of your photographic genius will live on forever in all of our hearts. Oh, Athena, that was cringe-worthy. Hey Miriam, check this out. You took some amazing photos of the 3 of them. I am sure they really appreciated it. Obviously, I'm the ace member of the newspaper club. The only member, in fact. I know this won't make up for the photos you lost, but here are your newspapers back. There's no rest for the wicked. I plan on pursuing those 3 for as long as I live. Miriam, why are you so obsessed with Juniper, you and Rocket? Obsessed? I'm not obsessed with them. It's just they were so close ever since their freshman year. So, well... Athena, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, I think that's the only explanation. Wait a second, you're not thinking what I think you're thinking. That's exactly what he's thinking, Miriam. You want in on their little trio. How could you possibly know that? That's one abused laptop. My laptop won't turn on. Never thought my life would end so soon. A mere 17 years. Now I really feel bad. Oh, I know. Miriam, we have a laptop at the office. We'll be happy to lend it to you. Huh? You have a laptop I could use? Sure, but on one condition. I want you to ask Junie, Hugh and Robin if you could hang out with them. What? Like I could ever do that? Sorry, but that's the deal if you want to borrow our laptop. You scare me sometimes, Athena. You're like a good cop, bad cop all rolled into one. Fine, I do it, if that's all you want. Yay, I'll be by later to bring you the laptop. Wait. It's not like I owe you anything, but here. Thanks. It's a set of pictures. Looks like they're setting up the stage. Yeah, I took them when they were putting the stage backdrop in place. Wait a second, so the... Oh, you sure have an eye for photography. From what I can make out anyway. These are the last two photos that didn't get deleted. They are all yours. We see you around. Well, see you around, scary lawyer lady. That was really impressive, Athena. What's next? Well, I would like to talk to you or Robin if possible. Okay, let's walk around and see if we can find them. What up, Huawei? Hey, that's you over there. Hugh, we wanted a word with you if you don't mind. If it was Mr. Wright, then sure, but you two? Meh. I knew it, there's a hint of discord in Hugh's voice. You're not getting off that easy. After all, you're a possible suspect, plus you actually confessed in court. Whatever, so what do you want from me? But make it brief, I don't have a lot of time, and I assume you don't either. About your confession today, you weren't sure about that, were you? Let's just say I had no choice thanks to a certain lawyer who failed to get the job done. So you're really prepared to take the blame for this? Not gonna happen. The voice on the tape is female, so that was male. Let's put it this way, you don't actually believe that ridiculous play on words, do you? Well, my confession is just like that, a means to an end, or as we say around here, the end justifies the means. But I actually do believe the voice is shouting you, O'Connor. Juniper's confession was quite advantageous for the real killer, but if Robin and I were actually the killer, we wouldn't have confessed. It's that simple. Even if you should be capable of such reasoning, or have I overestimated you? You'll make a great lawyer someday. I mean, you seem to enjoy getting under people's skin. Could you and Robin's confessions really prove their innocence instead of their guilt? This is going to take some serious thinking on my part. It sure looked like Prosecutor Blackwell was twisting your arm to testify earlier today. Is that some sort of secret he's using against you? You really are a rank amateur. Even if that were true, you would think I would open up to you? So he's not denying it. That secret might be causing the discord in his voice. Then again, we have the same problem with Julie and Robin. Hey, you're just wasting your time and mine. Next question. About the meeting with Prof. Corte on the 23rd, why did she want to see you? I have no intention of telling you. You have to force it out of me any way you can. Wow, bro. Code Geese. He even looks like LaRouche without the glasses. Prof means strikes again. Then again, you is the lawyer course. But didn't Prof Corte used to say that the only good result is the truth? So why don't you drop this word charade and just tell me the truth? The truth. How can you be so sure if it will help you solve the case? The truth isn't necessary, your friend nor Juniper's for that matter. No, you're wrong. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to defend Juni the right way, using the truth. That's the only way to honor Juni's wishes and Prof Corte's memory. I see. Very well, Miss Sykes. Testify tomorrow about the truth you are so interested in. Hugh. But... Hey. Don't look to me if something happens to Juniper because of it. Understand? What's that supposed to mean? What a terrible thing to say. I thought you guys were friends? Yes, we were. Until just recently, actually. Were? I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore. What? Why? Just as I have my secrets, she has a side you have never seen. Juniper is not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is. What are you saying? This conversation is over. I said I don't have a lot of time and I meant it. Hugh, wait! He's gone. He's a goner, you O'Connor. He doesn't care about her anymore. Why would they say that? Wait, so how does this work in the original game? I guess they had to name him Hugh O'Connor in the translation because you're a goner or like whatever. I guess it has play on words, but I wonder if like this would be able to be applied to every single video game in existence. Or like video game language, I mean. So like Sosha. XHOSA. That language is that a word I'm playing with this. That didn't go so well. I guess we just have to pin our hopes on his testimony tomorrow. Otana, what do you say we head over to the art room? Might be a nice change of pace. Hopefully the police have completed their investigation. Alright, we don't really have much time left anyway. I'm gonna sit up now. October 25, Themis Legal Academy, art room. Guilty. Let's see. Ha ha ha. Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends again. Thanks again for lowering the school banner for us earlier. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. Helping those in need is what my brand of justice is all about. Right, so this art room was where the murder actually occurred? That's right, you can't see it. You can't see it with the naked eye, but there's blood on the floor. The area roped off in the middle of the room marks the spot. The police investigation is done, so if you want to look around, knock yourselves out. Find anything new, Detective Fulbright? Ha ha ha, good question. Unfortunately, the answer is nothing much yet. He sure is confident for having found nothing. But if we are talking outside of the art room, there has been a major breakthrough. Oh dear, unless I find out what that is, I don't know what I shall do. No need for the theatrics. I was told I could fill you in on this one. Wow, you so right through me, detective. I'm impressed. Looking to get arrested for murder via unwarranted flattery, are we? What is the breakthrough here, bro? I really like this keyboard I have. It's just it's fully transparent under the keycaps. So whatever gets under the keycaps, I can see them through that. It makes it easier to clean it, but also at the same time, I have a clipper. I could take them out, every single individual key, but some of them, for me to put them back, it's really hard. So like the individual keys that are just a singular keycap, a square one is easy, but the spacebar has like two clippers, and once I have taken out the spacebar in one of my keyboards and I wasn't able to place it back in with the clippers, one of them was always like flaying. So I don't like to replace the spacebar, and that's what's annoying me, because yeah, there's the tab, caps, shift, control, Windows, alt, the right, left alt, enter, the right shift, spacebar, the backspace, and what is this button? I have an enter and there's something above it. Oh yeah, and there's the plus and enter on the numpad. But everything else can be taken out. I guess I could use that. Like take everything out. I mean, actually, there's no problem with the control and the alt and the Windows buttons, because those are single clipper. So is the right shift. The left shift is a double one. The caps is only one. The tab is also only one. So I guess I only really have a problem with the spacebar and the enters and the plus. Yeah, enter, backspace. Okay, by the way, let's continue playing the game. So, what's the major breakthrough you mentioned? You want to know? You really want to know? You really? Come on, just tell us already. Oh, you're no fun. Anyway, we got the results of the voice print analysis back. Voice print? You mean for this tape recorder? Exactly, the voice belongs to the suspect, Miss Woods, beyond the shadow of a doubt. See right here? They analyzed the voice on the tape inside and out. Ah, that's Fuked. And you thought the voice on the tape was saying, "You Connor!" Thanks for the good laugh, Miss Sykes. Arg. He's the last person I want laughing at me. So now there's evidence of Juniper shouting "You're a goner" around the time of death. If we were to take this as truth, how are we supposed to make sense of it? I don't know. I can't think of any reason why Juniper would shout that in the first place. Lady Justice. I see, so that's your symbol of justice. Well, here's mine, in Justice We Trust. If I never saw one of those again. Okay, let's start investigating, because that's funny. Hey, look, that's you on this mobile, Apollo, Red Demon. Red Demon. Looks more like a snake curled around the brush to me. No, see the antennas and the yellow spots on its back? Anyone can see it's a ladybug. I guess we have to agree to disagree. Fine, we can investigate this further at a later date. Agreed? Okay, let's do that. You okay with that, Athena? I really regret bringing this up. What is that thing? Why is that there? Some wire and a winch, so this is how they really reeled the banners in and out. That's a nice view of the stage from here. Prosecutor Gavin is still standing in front of the broken statue. So it really wasn't you, Apollo? Don't worry, you can tell me, I won't tell anyone. I never clear my name unless we catch the real culprit. Arg. Arg. Love when they say that. Junie? Juniper? Picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, it has the artist's name right here. R. Newman. Wow, Robin must have painted this. Is this Juniper? The clothes are different, but... Oh look, there's a piece of paper stuck to the back. Let's see what it says. Completely lacks Prof. Cortez artistry. Must keep practicing, Robin. I think this is plenty good myself. I wonder what it would have looked like if Prof. Corte had painted Juniper. But it would have been really artistic looking. There's a paint palette here, no surprise there considering this is the art room. Looks like someone mixed yellow and red to make orange. Prefer yellow, on the other hand, are way too red. What's that supposed to mean? I think this is saying that the two of us have to work together to solve this case. Oh, what if the Prof. Court is sending us a message from beyond the grave? What about the blob right next to it, the one with the red and green? Maybe she's implying that you need more delicious greens in your diet. Are you saying Prof. Court is watching over our dietary habits from the pearly gates? Is that real? Mock trial script on the floor and nearby an envelope marked use. I wonder if Miriam's script was ever really inside that envelope. Let's see here. By Miriam Scudderbutt. And the title is Rogue Ether Noir, Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. I wouldn't take part in the mock trial if she begged me. It says there are special rules allowing the payment of bribes while court is adjourned. Oh, and you can bring it to up to $3 worth of fabricated evidence. It also says welcome to the darkest mock trial ever, where the end justifies the means. The prosecution claims this is the script that was supposed to have been used. But the scripts were selected by Prof. Corte, considering how much she valued the truth. I seriously doubt she would pick a script entitled Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. While you have that title memorized already? It's so clear what the killer is. Like Dark Age of the Law, and there's this professor means and justifies the means, and the script that wasn't chosen the script that basically envelops this whole idea that the end justifies the means wasn't chosen, and he like kills the professor. It's so easy. It's so fucking easy to deduce who the killer is. I just don't see any evidence so far to link him to that. It's gonna be like Samantha gymnastics in court probably. It kind of looks like there's a prosecutor's badge at the top of the statue. But it's not if you look real close. Another strange, difficult to understand work of art. Oh look, it has a title. Get it. Real creative art. Either it's too abstract to understand, or as subtle as a sledgehammer. Interesting. Look, a piece of pottery. Looks like it's already been fired. I bet Robin made it. And I bet it won't last long, not with the way she deals with her own work anyway. Yeah, it seems like such a waste. I mean, this one already has some color on it. It looks like just the bloodstains, the way the glaze was dribbled onto it. Just like bloodstains? In justice we trust. That does not look bloodstains. We better examine it at once. I get it. The victim was stabbed in the middle of the room where the big bloodstain is, and then brought over here, at which point some of the blood dripped onto these pieces. That means the body very well could have been dropped from this window. In the mock trial script, the body was dropped onto a mat. Then a ball cart was used to move it over to the stage. The maintenance area is below this room, and the storehouse there has a mat and ball cart. So, even the moving of the body was carried on just like in the script. The killer sure had a thing for Juni's script. Well, what did you expect? That's why we suspected the defendant in the first place. Well, you were wrong, and I'm going to prove it in court. 3 busts sitting on the shelf, a judge, a defendant, and either a lawyer or a prosecutor. The bearded one must be the judge, and the bombed out looking one the defendant. Look, there's another one that's fallen onto the floor. I wonder which one fell, the lawyer or the prosecutor. I think Apollo think. This could tell us how the tomorrow's trial will go. I just wait for tomorrow's horoscopes, thanks. Isn't it the mock trial script? Actually, there's a whole bunch of them there. Let's see, looks like everyone from the judge course submitted one. The victim, Constance Corti, was the Fine Arts Club's advisor, so she probably spent a lot of time up here in addition to her other duties. This isn't where I would keep a bunch of scripts, but I would wager that's how they wound up here. Poor, stressed out, overworked Corti. I know exactly how that feels. You must be, because your desk always looks like a tornado hit it. You're the one to talk, Apollo. Me? What about Mr. Wright? Maybe we should rename the firm Wright Stuff All Over the Place Agency. Yeah, it's funny. Hey, it's gone. Remember the strange statue in the school camera photo? Oh yeah, that's like weird. Wonder where it is. Robin's a member of the Fine Arts Club. Maybe she could shed some lights on this. Oh, I'm so confused. Oh yeah, the clock. This is the clock that created the major problem for Journey. Let's take a closer look. Don't waste your time, I checked it. And it's 100% accurate. You sure? How'd you check it? Of course I'm sure. I compared it to my own watch, see? Detective Fulbright, didn't you notice that your watch has stopped? It has? Oh, this is unacceptable. We obviously can't rely on him. Let's take a look for ourselves. Let's see. Wait a second. It's ahead by 1 whole hour, well, detective? But this clock must have also been an hour ahead when this photo was taken. If so, that would fit perfectly with Juni's testimony. Prosecutor Blackwell won't like this. I almost feel sorry for the detective, almost. You can at least pretend to feel sorry by wiping that big grin off your face. Wait just 1 minute. The clock is an hour ahead right now, sure. But what proof do we have that it was running ahead on the day of the crime? That's a good question. Wait, I think I just might have something. Detective Fulbright, you would agree that there is a moon outside this window, right? Sure, it looks like a nice drawing of a crescent moon. But if you look at that window in the back with the winch attached to it, you see that the only view to be had is the opposite side of the school building. Oh, then what's this moon doing here? I wonder. Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival. Isn't this the same as the one painted on the stage backdrop? The proof's right here, detective. This shows it was 6 PM when this photo was taken. Oh, yeah. I know what this moon really is. And if you look at this photo, you know too. This shows where the moon in the photo came from and the truth of Julie's testimony. What? Where does it show that? If you look right here, it will all become crystal clear. They were still prepping the stage, so its backdrop wasn't in place yet. This photo shows them in process of moving the backdrop into position. I can see that. That's the one big board hanging here, and the size matches too. But there's no picture. That's a crucial detail. It is, but I believe what we are seeing is in this photo is the back of the board. The back of the... That's right, and at around 6 PM when this was taken, a photo of the same board was being taken from the front. What do you mean the front? The front is against the wall. That's where you're wrong. What about the window? I remember how we said the moon shouldn't even exist in this photo. Take a good look. Are you suggesting the moon is in the one of the backdrop? Exactly. In short, this photo was taken while the backdrop was being moved. And as you can see here, it was around 6 when the backdrop was being set in place. Oh my god, legendary stuff. So the art room clock was running fast at least as far as back of the day of the murder. How can I ever face Prosecutor Blackbeard now? Yes, I just blew a hole in the piece of the prosecution's evidence. Well, I think we have examined pretty much everything we can. By the way, did Prosecutor Blackbeard happen to tell you anything about tomorrow's trial? In Justice We Trust, it's no use trying to pry more information out of me. Having just learned that the clock had been 1 hour fast means we are back to square one concerning the suspect's actions that day. I wonder what that main argument will be about now. How the body was moved would be my guess, but Prosecutor Blackbeard's got his own plans. Oh, does he now? I'm Detective Fulbright. Try as you might, I won't say another word about the investigation. No, I wasn't going to ask about that. I was just wondering if you had seen Robin. Oh, you mean Miss Robin Newman? She was just here a moment ago. And she mumbled something about watching videos in the lecture hall. Video? What video? Thanks, Detective. Otana, I think we should stop by the lecture hall. Right, let's go. Okay. Lecture hall. Team is Legal Academy, 3F Lecture Hall. October 25. There she is, Robin! Hey, Robin! Oh, Athena, Apollo. What are you watching there? Oh, it just so happens to be a video of the mock trial. I had to use a bit of coercion to get it, but the end justifies the means, right? There it is again. Prof means sure has a lot of influence around here. Care to look into the true connection between the murder and the mock trial with me? Sounds great, but do you mind if we ask about some questions first? Sure, I tell you anything you want. Wait, no. Why did you confess? About your confession today. Why did you do it? Because Juniper hasn't done anything wrong. I had to stop the trial by any means possible. Right, the end justifies the means. So you're a follower of Prof Means too. Prof Means is a wonderful teacher, as was Prof Corte. I like them both. She brushed that off one like a pro. But with that style of justice, you run the risk of breaking the law. Well, I'm prepared to quit school because of this case. What? Why? I wanna be an artist, that's what I really want, man. But no, my parents forced me to study to become a prosecutor. But if the trial went south, you would have to drop out and give up on being a prosecutor. That's what you're really after, isn't it? Sniffle. Talk about someone who literally changes at the bat of an eyelash. I guess she's been dealing with her own problems too. That totally makes sense. Yeah, I suppose so, but that doesn't make what she did right. Could you tell us about what you were doing on the night of the murder? Finishing a statue, I was on the stage until the last bell. That's right, you made the statues of Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Gavin, didn't you? Oh, yes I did, both of them. This is just a formality, but can you prove you were making the statues at the time? Can I prove it? You think I'm the killer now? No, that's not what I meant. Both you and Robin were at the school after 7 p.m. But neither of them can prove exactly what they were doing. Q O'Connor. Could one of them really have murdered Prof Corte? Have there been any problems now that everyone here knows you're a girl? No worries there. I discussed the matter with Prof Corte some time ago. I told her I wanted to let everyone know I really was a girl. I was really a girl. And just today I found out that she spoke with the school administration on my behalf. Wow, they must really like you. I know, right? But now I can finally be myself here at the school. I don't have to hide the fact that I love girly clothes. That's why not, and I simply must have this and this by any means possible. What? But this is evidence we need for the trial. Sorry, but no can do. Oh, don't be a party pooper, Athena. Come on, please. Pretty please. In classic and justifies the means style. Oh, darn it. Anyway, thank you again, Athena. Thank you for revealing who I really am. I wanted everyone to know before the snitch found out. The snitch? Sounds like a new lead. There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I hear they are watching everything we do. Our activities, our relationships, our interests. And reporting it to one of the professors. But why would anyone do that? Officially, I heard it's to seek out misconduct among the student body. But rumor has it, grades were being bought and sold through this surveillance network. That's bribery. The situation at Team is legal academy is worse than I thought. While all of this is important stuff, I still want to ask about the thing in the art room. I have to present some evidence to show her what I'm talking about, though. Oh, Lady Justice, that's so cute. You think this is cute? Yeah, totally. The balance of the scales, the keenness of the sword, the cracks running all the way up. The last one's only because I put it back together. Oh, I totally know what you mean. It's that feeling you get when something is so cute you want to smash it to bits. Right. Sorry, but that sounds more like a case of crazy than a fondness for the cute. Present from Matana, this is so exciting. That's not nice, Matana. Why are you so cranky today? I wasn't until a moment ago. Oh man, that's my blood, sweat and tears in a pile of rubber right there. Why not make the statues again? I'm sure the two of them would be delighted. Yeah, I could totally do that. And this time, I'm gonna make them even more realistic by making full body mods of the models. Full body mods? Are you sure that's safe? How about the plain old measurements? Amatena, measurements are for wimps. Full on YOLO is what art's all about. Full on YOLO is what art's all about. I'm gonna drop both of them in a big pool of plaster. Yeah! I know I should stop you, but some part of me really wants to see how this plays out. Wait, does the voice shout? Does the voice shouting your gunner belongs to Juniper? Voice is a perfect match. Testing is on the way regarding signs of post-recording editing. Tape has been about 10 minutes, 35 seconds of noise requiring further testing. Okay. Yay, a present. Yeah. Oh man. I don't know what I'm supposed to present to her. Alright. Court record. Let's go to notes. Show Newman the school camera photo. Didn't I do that? School camera photo. Oh yeah, Robin, I just remembered something I wanted to ask you. This photo shows a piece of art on the table. Do you know what it is? Whoa! Look at that unique artistic sense. That has to be one of Prof. Cortez' creations, man. Prof. Cortez, artistic sense? Prof. Cortez, artistic sense. That's a tough one. I would say avant-garde and very eclectic. In other words, it's weird and all over the place. Yes. Come to think of it, the strange-looking painting in the art room was one of Prof. Cortez' works, wasn't it? The statue in the photo was originally a statue of Lady Justice. Lady Justice. Prof. Cortez had planned on placing it on the judge's bench in the lecture hall, but the day before the mock trial, it broke while she was polishing it. She said she would take it back to the art room and try to fix it somehow. So this is the statue in the proper state? You bet! Just look at the white silhouette. Wow, it's so cute. I don't get it. Do you have to be an artist to appreciate stuff like this? No, it's money laundering actually. So to save I don't want to start off with this thing, but there's like a theory that abstract art only exists for people to like launder money. Basically, you have a shit ton of illegal money, you create some sort of fucking stupid ass art, you buy it for $10 million. Oh, this is worth $10 million. And that money basically stems from, oh, I sold it because I sold art. Oh, I got on this money because I sold art. That's stupid. It's very shit weather outside. I don't know. The Lady Justice that you put back together on the stage. Alright, I didn't realize before because it was in pieces, but before it was smashed, maybe it didn't look like Lady Justice, but more like it does in the photo. But what in the world was it doing on the stage? Okay. Well, I think that about covers it. Okay, then how about watching the mock trial video with me? What do you say? Sure, sounds good to me. So how do you want to watch it? All classroom desks at the school have their own built-in computer, you know. Wow, the place is definitely a lot cushier than I thought. This place. I know you guys are in a hurry, so I just fast forward to the important parts. Let's start with the professor's pre-trial speech. Okay, let's see this. Is this gonna play out by itself? Good afternoon, I would like to start by thanking you for coming here today. Oh, that sounds like Prof means. The mock trial, the crown jewel event of the school festival, will begin shortly. In a camera like this, is the camera like this the whole time? Yeah, it's fixed position in front of the stage. When I was a student, I too could hardly wait for this day to come. How come teacher speeches always make me so sleepy? Let's just skip to the end of his speech. Now, let's let the mock trial begin. Hey, what's the deal here? Why is Junie so large in this shot? Looks to me she caught right in front of the camera. Juniper was also in charge of the audio. Even though she was already playing a part in the mock trial itself, she had to do it to keep the script details secret. She was all over the place that day. And she wasn't in the trial, she was in the audio control room dealing with the music. Oh, so that's what the lecture hall looks like. Looks like there's a judge's bench back by the screen and the witness stand up front. What about those balconies with the professors' names on them? Those are the faculty seats. Prof Means and Prof Corte were in charge of scoring the mock trial. Lecture hall diagram. Okay, let's fast forward to this a bit. She probably said, "You're a goner." And that's why the defendant is definitely guilty. Oh, that was me, could you tell? Objection! The frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so. You read that line in the mock trial, Apollo, but you made it sound kind of weird. Cut me some slack, it was my first time reading that script. I think Juniper's going to speak next. I didn't do it, I had suffered a breakdown and pretty much lost it. It's true I shouted "You're a goner," but I didn't mean it. Wow, what an emotional performance. She put a real actress to shame. Wait, could you go back and play that scene again? You really think that's necessary? I didn't do it. I suffered a breakdown and pretty much lost it. It's true I shouted "You're a goner," but I didn't mean it. Stop, did you hear that? I think you're onto something. Let's play that last part again. I don't follow. What are you guys so excited about? I think this piece of evidence should explain it. Time to show Robin a piece of evidence that links the line we just heard to the case. No. That's it? I don't see the connection. Alright, what was the connection again? Come on, Otano, I know you know I do really that voice shouting. We're gonna ask them to come up again. Okay. So I wanted this. That's it? I don't see the connection. Oh, right. It's not... Wait. Really? You don't see the... Oh, it's a tape recorder. I'm sure you remember this. It contains a female voice shouting a violent threat. I play it for you. You're a goner. The voices and performance do sound similar, but I can't believe this is happening. It's just a possibility, but if the voice on this tape is really a recording, one made from the mock trial video, then that means this evidence was fabricated. Court record. Recorded in the art room at 7:10 p.m. on the 23rd. Really? I think that's a lie. How the fuck do you know how when it was recorded? They didn't get to do a voice print analysis in the time for court today. That's why the gender of the voice became so important. And if the director had foreseen that gender would become key in today's trial, he would have tried to deflect the attention away from himself by making the suspect female. So basically, the only one with something to gain from doing this is our sole male suspect. Wait a second. No way! Rough means credo is the end justifies the means. So it makes perfect sense that the student who took those words to heart would fabricate evidence. We need to get the tape analyzed as soon as possible. Allow me to assist you with that. Prosecutor Gavin, at least make some kind of noise so we know you're there. It's go big or go home with rock star entrances, Farlin. Timing is everything. Let me make a copy of that tape right now and I get you the results as soon as I can. I trust that it would be alright? Very much so. Thanks. Well, Athena, it's almost sundown. Isn't it about time we head over to the detention center? I think Junie will agree that this is something that could prove her innocence, but will her heart really be open to accepting it? She had to have known this was what I would find. Well, I wonder about that. October 25, detention center, visitors room. And that about covers the main gist of our investigation. I see. Very interesting. You've been quite the busy beaver today. Thank you for all your hard work, Athena. Well, my time's about up, and it will be getting dark soon, so, Junie, you must be tired after being on your feet all day. Should go home and... No, wait. You have to listen to me. I don't want to hear anymore. I know what you're going to say, Athena. Junie, you promised... So please just listen to what I have to say. Once you have heard me out, I'll let you decide what to do. The voice in this recording that has been proven to be yours, Junie. And in the mock-trial video, we can hear you reading your line from the script. We are having both of them analyzed now, but from what I can tell, the voices are the same, and the only one who will benefit from faking the voice recording would be you. But that doesn't make any sense. I mean, you confessed in order to protect me. This may sound strange, but his confession is a ploy to make himself look less suspicious. In other words, he was just pretending to protect you. Besides, his confession came after you and Robin had already confessed. If he hadn't confessed right then as well, wouldn't that have seemed a little suspicious? Say what you will, Athena, but none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. He was a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble. Wait, Athena. My bracelet reacted just now. It did, but why? Junie, can you look me in the eye and repeat what you just said? Oh, none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. Q is a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble. I knew it. Now I'm sure of it. She's lying. What? Let's fucking go, bro. I love perception. Was I? Juniper, you start coughing when you're under stress. You can't hide it from me no matter how hard you try. When you said, "and never causes trouble," cough escaped and made your scarf flutter. As for you, when you were stressed, it's because you were lying. never causes trouble. Junie, you are trying to hide Yu's connection to this case, aren't you? And I believe that also ties into a secret about yourself. A secret about me? I don't understand. I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you I don't really care about her anymore. What? Why? He ended their friendship after he found out about Junie's secret, which means you must have felt betrayed by Junie making her the snitch. You were Prof. Cortez' snitch, weren't you? There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I hear they are watching everything we do, our activities, our relationships, our interests, and reporting it all to one of the professors. And by fulfilling that role, you learn something about you would rather forget. I don't know what you are talking about. Junie, please, stop hiding things from me. I hate having to force things out of you like this. Looks like we are going to have to do this the hard way. Give me a second. Actually, I just realized it's 4 p.m. Bro, this fucking clock. I really need to change it. Okay. I changed it. It's not 4 p.m. on this as well. I'm like looking at this. Why is it fucking 3 p.m.? Time to review the evidence and see if I can't prove my hypothesis. I must have something that proves Junie's the snitch and Yu's connection to the case. I'm relieved to see you're coming around. You see, I wasn't trying to hide anything. Juniper's one cool customer, Oteno. Wait, I don't think that was the right piece of evidence. Whatever you show me won't change the fact that I've already told you all I know. Must have something that proves. Okay, this one, maybe? Right here in the Prof. Cortez planner, it says routine report. I believe this is meant to mean when the snitch would report in to Prof. Corte. I also believe Prof. Corte planned to meet you in private based on the snitch's info. And from their meeting, you must have put 2 and 2 together and figured out your secret. So you see, it all makes sense only if you're the snitch, Junie. Sniffle. Forgive me, Tina. I've been lying to you this whole time. The truth is, I suspected you from the start. You did? Now this is surprising. I'm so sorry, I've talked about friendship so much, but I've been a terrible friend. Juniper, I don't have that special kind of hearing that Athena does, but I don't need it to sense that the pain you're feeling inside, and its intensity is directly proportionate to how you feel about your friend. Am I right? Sub Apollo. Please, Junie, tell me why you suspected you. I have a feeling that will be the key to getting to the bottom of this whole case. What exactly was your role as a class snitch? Prof. Corte had told me how Academy alumni had strayed from the path of justice. The dark age of the law, huh? She didn't want any more of our students going astray like that, but few others at the Academy shared her view. I thought her ideas were beautiful, though sad and unrealistic. She asked you to be her eyes and ears, didn't she? I used to report her once a month about any wrongdoings I have seen or heard about, and that report session in her planner, the one from October 22nd, was a part of that? Yes, that's when I reported you to Prof. Corte. She snitched on her own friend? I had accidentally overheard you talking. What did you hear? He was talking to someone on the phone. I think it was one of his parents. What were they talking about? Something about having paid money for good test scores. I only overheard him talking, so I never did find out where the money was going to. What? That's bribery. He was buying his way through school, and if that's the case, then that evidence that always seemed out of place might actually be about his secret. We found this while we were investigating the stage. It's got Yu's name on it. I didn't know what the number meant at the time, but now that I'm hearing about bribes, it must mean that a bribe of 120 grand was to be paid in October. What's more, take a look at this mark. The same mark is on the pages of Prof. Corte's planner. Hey, you're right. Wait, but why would Prof. Corte have that kind of information in her planner? You don't really think the person who was taking the bribe money was... It's just a possibility at this point, but it may indeed have been Prof. Corte. But... That is impossible. She would be the last person I would ever suspect of accepting bribes. Like I said, it's just a possibility, but rather a good one. Maybe their private talk had to do with the possibility of the bribery being exposed, and what started out as a little argument soon got out of hand. It's not your fault, Junie. Anybody would have suspected you if they knew what you knew. No, I don't believe that alone would have driven him to murder. There's another reason why I suspected you. You've got to be kidding me. There's another reason. I saw you around 7 p.m. the day before the mock trial. Oh, so she's finally ready to talk about that. But when I saw him, he's... Oh, Tina. Junie, are you alright? Just try to relax and tell me what happened.
I never wanted to see what I did. But I'll have to live with it, won't I? In that hallway, Hugh's hands. His hands were dripping with blood.
Okay. His hands were dripping with blood. Yes, we heard it. What? But why? What am I going to do? Deep down I know you can be the killer, but my mind keeps telling me he is, no matter how hard I try to convince myself he isn't. Oh, what am I going to do? I can't take this anymore. Tina. So she hid the fact that she had seen you and said she went home at 6 because she wanted to avoid talking about what she saw. Junie, it must have been terrible holding all of that in. But it's going to be okay. I get to the bottom of this, and that's my promise from one good friend to another. I'll be defending Juniper tomorrow. If that's okay with you, Prof means. My main concern is whether you can defeat the prosecutor. But I won't try to stop you. I will be watching from the gallery. And I shall look forward to seeing what sort of results your methods can produce. Good luck tomorrow. Now, if you would excuse me. Tina, I'm sorry. I really mean it. I wish I had trusted you from the start. You have to uncover the truth tomorrow. I know you can do it. Don't worry, we already know that the prosecution's key piece of evidence is a fake. And thanks to you, we figured out the motive too. Let's give this our best shot, Athena. Let tomorrow be the day Juniper walks free. I wouldn't have it any other way. We should be all ready now. What could possibly go wrong this time? Okay. Still, there's this strange, uneasy feeling I can't shake. I would better be imagining it. Yeah. I know. October 26, 9:45 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Were you able to sleep last night? Sleep? Sure, I slept. For a grand total of 0 hours. Guten Morgen, you two. You look like you're ready to put on a real show. But before you do, I have a good luck gift for you. The voice print analysis came back and the results couldn't be more clear. The voice in the mock trial video and the tape recording are one and the same. In other words, the recording's a fabrication. The lab is continuing their study on the tape. So far they found signs of overdubbing, but it's going to take a bit longer to recover the audio that was erased. Who's there? Wait. Did you see who it was? No, I got a quick look, but they got away. I think it might have been you. I bet he was eavesdropping. I wonder if he saw our hand. Oh, I'm sure he wasn't the only one just now. I bet Robin and Boxgirl were listening in too. I'll make sure they don't make a run for it. That is my final gift to you. Okay, all that's left now is to reach out to the truth. Time for a mini Chords of Steel workout. I'm Opal of Justice and I'm fine. Your turn. I'm out on a Sykes and I'm fine. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods. The Sykes Brigade is totally psyched. I mean, the defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready as well. I mean, isn't that right, Prosecutor Blackfield? Yes, we are moving right along. Yesterday's adjournment was unexpected but yet necessary. But I'll be running a tight ship here today, so no funny business from anybody, understood? Your boldness, Robin Newman and you O'Connor have recanted their confessions. But later I shall grill them at leisure to find whether I can charge them with perjury. Well, this sure complicates matters. Still, one must not overlook the facts. Now, about the school camera photo that was submitted yesterday. A pity, but that evidence is no longer relevant to this case. The art room clock runs fast. It cannot function as an accurate measure of time. As for the bungling detective who overlooked that, he is paying for his failure as we speak. Poor detective, Fulbright. I hope he returns to work with all his body parts intact. But if that's the case, then what will we? The accused is the sole person who could have moved the body from the art room to stage. And I mean to prove it here this day. It's just like Detective Wright said, but what else does he have up his sleeve? My understanding of this heinous crime is thus... The murder took place near the center of the art room as evidenced by the bloodstain. The blood was also found on some pottery next to the window over the maintenance area, which is to say the body was carried over to that very window. From there it was dropped down to the maintenance area below, and though there was nary a scratch to the body aside from the fatal wound. That too was per the script. A high jump mat was employed to cushion the fall. Then a ball cart was used to haul the body over to the stage. That's not very clever, I mean, it's the same exact body moving scheme as the script. Anyone could have moved the body that way.
Objection.
Your propensity to spew forth words before you think is not very clever either. Why, you? Moreover, the prosecution has a witness, which is most unfortunate for you. Witness, it's time for you to come forth. Well then, will the witness please state his name and occupation? Hugh O'Connor, I'm a senior at Teams Legal Academy and I'm studying to be a lawyer. Yesterday I told the lawyer there that I would testify to the truth, so I intend to cooperate fully in today's trial. Happy now, Miss Sykes? What's he up to now? The court appreciates your cooperation, Mr. O'Connor. Now your testimony, please. What O'Connor saw. The lecture hall was packed before the mock trial, but the rest of the campus was empty. That's when I saw Juniper dragging a large mat from behind the stage. I was watching her from a vantage point between the stage and the maintenance area. She was heading towards me, so I assumed she was on her way to the maintenance area, but I didn't have time to stand around and see what she did after that. The real truth hurts so much, doesn't it, Miss Sykes? Or maybe you thought I was going to bring up something else entirely against your client. Never a snappy comeback when I need one. He's coming straight at us today, using any means possible. To protect the students who had to climb up high when setting up the stage, a mat was brought over to the stage from the storehouse. Our client is the student council president. What's wrong with her taking it upon herself to put the mat away after they used it? Oh, there is plenty wrong. There is but one mat in the entire school that could cushion a fall from such lofty heights. Ergo, the mat in question was indispensable to moving the body. It sucks being the lost to know everything. I think I get it now. The drag marks we saw behind the stage were made by the mat. If the only mat of that thickness was where the body is assumed to have been dropped, it would be hard to deny a possible link to this case. We are off to a best start again. You sure you're okay, Athena? It's game on, you. Game on. I'm gonna turn your arrogant perfect score grin into a teary-eyed frown of failure. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it right there. What? I was just getting to the important part. Eager to unsheath your blade, Sykes Dono. Your heavy breath heaves to where I stand. How rude! A human's breath doesn't travel anywhere near that far. So the only issue is the distance. You're not denying that you're a heavy breather? I'm just saying that scientific studies have proven that it's not. Hang in there, Athena. No matter how many insults they hurl, it won't affect the judge's opinion of you. What about my own self-esteem? Let's get back to what happened before the mock trial. That's when I saw Juniper dragging a large map behind the stage. Our client was simply putting that mat away. It had nothing to do with this case.
Objection.
That is where you are wrong. There is but one mat in the entire school that could cushion a 3-story fall. Hence, the mat dragged by the accused was essential to moving the body. If we win this one, I promise to donate another fixed mat to the academy. Now show me how. Now show me how to show you the truth. You have my full cooperation. I was watching her from a vantage point between the stage and the maintenance area. Mr. O'Connor, are you positive you were standing exactly where you said? I was between the stage and the maintenance area where she was behind the backdrop. He's sticking to his guns. The issue here is where you were standing where he says he saw Junie, but nothing I say will mean anything without evidence. Time to dig a little deeper. Oh, and before you ask, I had my glasses on, therefore I'm positive it was Juniper. That is not an issue. I mean, isn't that just false? So, you saw the back of the stage from between the stage and the maintenance area. Well, let's take a look at this photo taken by Miss Scudderbush, shall we? This photo shows the students setting up the stage the day before the mock trial. Do you see the big construction screen to the right of the stage in the background here? Why yes, in fact there was a bunch of those next to my house until a few days ago too. It was so noisy behind there, but I couldn't take a peek. Oh, how it piqued my interest. Exactly, Your Honor. You cannot see past such screens. That is their purpose. So now let's see. How exactly is the screen positioned again? Aha, since it was to the right of the stage, it should be right here. And from this vantage point, the witness claims to have seen our client behind the stage backdrop. Oh my, but the screen would have been completely in the way. That's right. Therefore, the witness couldn't have possibly seen our client from this point. Ouch, he says. Order, order! Mr. O'Connor, have you been lying to this court? The screen, right, it must have slipped my mind. What? Are you telling me you, Mr. Genius, forgot something as little as big as that? There are two kinds of memory lapses. The normal kind you mouth breathers have, and the genius level lapses of memory the people like me have. Why don't you just admit that it was a normal, everyday brain fart already? Will the witness now please restate what he remembers minus the lapses of memory? That's easy. I was on the other side of the screen. In other words, I witnessed Juniper from the stage inside of the screen.
Objection!
You are testifying that our client was behind the stage. But need I remind this court, the back of the stage is not visible from the front. To actually see our client behind the stage from the stage inside side of the screen, the witness himself would also have to be in the same area behind the stage. But in that case, our client would have definitely seen Mr. O'Connor. Nice one, O'Connor. Keep it up.
Objection.
Alright, golden boy. Is this not your chance? Telling the truth will be like a weight lifted from your chest. The truth? What truth? The fact that golden boy here was where he initially stated. That is to say, he was between the maintenance area and the stage.
Objection!
But then the screen would have blocked his view of...
Objection.
On the ground, yes, his view would have been blocked indeed. But consider how smoke always wants to rise up high. Athena, look at the photo again. Do you think something on the other side of the screen, something high enough to see the stage? No way, this crane right here? But I don't remember seeing a crane there on the day of the mock trial. Me neither, but it's probably safe to assume it was moved before you found the body. That's far enough, Prosecutor Blackwell. Remember you promised. I recall making no such promise. It was you who came blubbering to me about keeping quiet in exchange for information. What's all this about a promise? Is this about whatever Blackwell is using against him? And what's it got to do with going into the crane? Golden Boy did not go up in the crane for fun. He was working part-time as a crane operator within school grounds. What? Do you mean to tell me a high school student was operating a crane? The witness... I object to the prosecutor's last statement. There's no proof I ever operated that crane. Actually, there just might be something that proves you did. What? If this whole part-time job thing is true, I doubt it will be limited to a single day. You were probably working at the same site the previous day too. Is this what you're thinking of, Athena? Yep. As the court can see, this photo captured the crane's operator. And if you look carefully, he bears a definitive resemblance to Mr. O'Connor. Oh cheers, this is ridiculous. How very interesting. Let's ascertain whether this is as ridiculous as the witness maintains. The defense agrees with the prosecution. Let's bring the facts to light. That's all very well and good, but just how do you propose to do that? The person in this photo has one really distinguishing feature. I'm not 100% sure, but it's at least worth a try. We can clearly identify the person in this photo as the witness. By examining his neck, his fingerprints. His fingerprints. You should check for Mr. O'Connor's fingerprints on and around the crane. Of course you would find my fingerprints there. I was watching Juniper from there. And besides, what do fingerprints have to do with the person in the photo? Yes, what do they have to do with that person? The court would like to remind Miss Sykes that it is her job to answer such questions. Then what? His neck? His hobby? If I could match a feature from the person in this picture to one, use features to prove that the two are the same. Isn't this ridiculous? Neck? Really, his fucking neck. This figure in this photo is wearing a very unique object around his neck. Why yes, you can see it right there. But then, are you saying you mean to? Mr. O'Connor's neck is almost entirely concealed by his tall collar. But that's exactly why I believe this warrants further examination. No, not a chance. That would be a blatant violation of my privacy. You are a disgrace of a man. Now start unbuttoning that collar before I hack it off. Yeah, what's the big deal? Now let's see your neck. Sorry, my neck hurts. Guess I have no choice. And that it's not gonna be there. Oh, it's there. Oh my. So where did you buy that neckband, if I might ask? I didn't buy it. It's handmade and there's only one like it in the world. Well, it sure looks like the neckband in the photo. Should we have the photo analyzed? Heh, you're one irritating lady, fine, I admit it. I work a part-time construction job. It has nothing to do with our school. Operating heavy equipment's no big deal for a guy who can parallel park one-handed. But I never expected one of my jobs would take me to my own school. But when you factor in all the required tests and apprenticeship period, wouldn't you have to be at least 20 to have a license for operating a crane? Oh, about that, you see, I'm a genius, so you know.
Objection.
Let us dispense with this inane charade, golden boy. No, Prosecutor Blackwell, please don't. High school seniors are 19 at most, thus they fail to complete the requirements. But that does not apply to you. Does it, Mr. O'Connor? Why doesn't it apply? He's a senior, so he's around that age, right? No, don't, please! Actually, Golden Boy here is 25. He took a 7-year break from school. Wait, come again? Take a gander at the official school enrollment documentation. This all right there. "25? You mean he's older than me? 25-year-old high school." I mean, it's funny. It's funny. A 7-year break. 7 years. I have just one thing to say. There are two kinds of 7-year breaks. The ordinary kind you mouth breathers take, and the one that geniuses, and the genius kind of people like me take. But the genius would quickly become a chore for a 7-year break. I think you have that backwards, Athena. Even geniuses make mistakes. I just happened to make mine only 7 years in a row. Only you could get away with using only like that. What the fuck? Okay, that was weird. Enough of this jibber jabber. Suffice to say, the witness was up in the crane when he saw the accused dragging the mat. The accused readied all she needed to move the body immediately prior to doing so. That much is clear. I see no need to deliberate the matter further. Considering that the body was moved in the same manner as in the script, I find Prosecutor Blackwell's claim to be quite persuasive. Does the defense care to dissuade me? As long as the mat was used to move the body, June is going to be under suspicion. Athena, I just thought of something. And I think this is where I'm gonna stop playing. I made some progression at least. This is a fun game, to be honest. I'm not sure why I'm not playing it more. I'm gonna make a save state too, because you kind of need to with this game. Who knows if it saves or not. Anyways, see you guys the next time.